everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this particular video, we are going to see a very important concept in GCP, or it's a core concept in any cloud provider basically. That what do you mean by IAM services or identity and access management? Okay, so as you can see here, the IAM stands for identity and access management. Now, what do you exactly mean by IAM, and what all things it constitutes of? So basically, if you think of GCP and kind of a services and products that it offers you, in GCP there are almost 200 plus services and products that are being given. And if you think of this at an organization level, where there are multiple teams working on a similar project, or uh, within the same organization, it is very important to define their roles, like whether a particular set of people are coming under a developer, or they are the DevOps person, or they are the admins of any certain database, any certain file system such as cloud storage or what. So since it gives you vast amount of services, vast amount of products to deal with, let it be the storage product, let it be the databases product, let it be some of the services like data flow, data proc, some of the network specific services like VPCs, firewalls, all sorts of components that are needed to develop a software are present as either a service or a product within the GCP suite. And it is very, very important at an organization level to identify and to define the policies and permissions for a particular role. Like, for example, if I am an admin of, let's say, the BigQuery instances, then I should have certain permissions which should not be aligned with BigQuery developer. Let's say we have two major roles. One is BigQuery admin, who takes care of installing the instances, giving the configurations, which is ultimately related to the billing of your instances. And you have BigQuery developer, who is responsible to run some kind of insert queries, do some updates in your database. So all the developer specific activities. So when you have the responsibilities of these two roles, which are actually separate, even though those are related to a BigQuery, but if you see, the responsibility of a BigQuery admin is way different than a responsibility BigQuery developer owns, right? So basically, even if, since their responsibilities are different, they should have different roles. Like, my BigQuery admin should have a role to, let's say, delete the instance, or maybe increase the capacity of that particular instance, but my developer don't need that. So here the principle of least privileges come, that you don't have to give all permissions to every account within your uh, GCP takes suite, right? Based on their rule, the what the best practice says, what the principle of least privileges says, that give minimal rule that are required for a particular account or a particular user to accomplish what they want to do. But don't give, like, if they just need two things, then just give two things. Don't give 10 other things which they don't need, because it. So responsibility always is there, right? Whenever you get more privileges, it is a point of where more responsibilities also you have to bear, and you have to be careful while doing the things in terms of costing instances. Nothing should crash, and all those kinds of things. So long story short, identity and access management, as its name suggests, right, it basically gives you, or it basically, this is what it does. Like, if you want to remember what is the IAM services, then you should remember these three views. The first uh, W is who, then second is what, and third is which, right? So now what is this? Like, let's fill in the gap between these. who can do what on which resource. So the combination or the answer of all these questions which we have asked with these three W's is nothing but your IAM role, right? Who means who is the user, like basically your GCP account which you have created. On what, like what all things a particular user or a particular GCP account can do on a particular resource, that is nothing but the which resource. Let's say user ABC can do read from cloud storage, but user ABC cannot write data into the cloud storage. So this is the principle of list privilege, that a particular user should be able to read the data from your cloud bucket, but they should not have a permission to write the data into the cloud storage. So ultimately the permission is related to the cloud storage object, but it is restricted from writing the data into that cloud storage. Okay, and then we have some rules assigned, like how do we accomplish all these things, all these IAM policies, and how do we establish all these things? It is by using a concept or a kind of a tool that is given by GCP to you, called as rules. That whatever accounts you wanted to assign some kind of service rules, I mean IAM rules, then you can map your accounts with those rules so that they are restricted and they don't go beyond whatever been permissioned across that particular role. Okay, so this is the concept of IAM. I hope you must have understood this particular thing, and we'll talk more about this particular concept and some of the more sub concept of IAM in the subsequent video. But thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.